What's up, everybody? It's Gabe Sharp, NewFrontierBusiness.com. It's Tuesday, and Monday was a terrible day in sales. You're all going to see that in the sales review coming up. So, pretty easy day. A couple small orders on Amazon, one Poshmark order, and 2 clothing orders on eBay. So, it's a pretty slow day. Like I said, we'll get into that in a second. Today on the video, I had a lot of people question me about brands in terms of jeans. So today I'm actually going to go over that. So I went into my spreadsheet for the last 4 months on all of my accounts combined. This is on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, my partnered eBay accounts, in terms of those who I have a partner with, which I have a couple of those accounts. My individual accounts, as well as, like I said, Poshmark and everything else. Not going to cover any vintage. We're talking about brands you can get right now that you find fairly often in a thrift store. Which ones actually sell in both men's and women's. That's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to give you the top 5 brands from my spreadsheet that have sold over the last 4 months in women's, and the top 5 brands in men's. So this will answer some of those questions. Like I said, I had 2 people actually message me very similar questions on Facebook about this. So that's what we're going to go over today. I'm actually going to dedicate the rest of this week to doing that in each clothing niche. So one day we're going to do shorts. One day we're going to do button-down dress shirts. And like I said, this will all be compiled from the last 4 months of my spreadsheet data. I just did the last 4 months because I want to keep what's trending now. I want to try to keep with what's, because for a while some jeans will sell and then they'll just die off. But there are certain brands that'll kind of stick, they'll stick with you. You can continue to sell these brands and, they can consistently be a seller for you. So those are the ones we're going to go over today. But first, let's get into some sales and let's see what we sold. This won't take long, I promise. Alright guys, so let's get into some sales. What few we have for today. It was a really slow Monday. So Monday is usually one of those days I can count on. It's going to be a, close to $100 profit day, if not more. Today, not so much. So you win some, you lose some. Not always going to be killing it. So let's get into it. First up, start with Poshmark. These are a BKE. If you guys have been watching my videos, you're starting to see this brand a lot. I sell a lot of them. These are the Culture Stretch women's boot cut, and they are a very large size. They're 33 by 35 and a half, so a pretty big size. Sold these for $30. Poshmark fees $2.50. I spent on the jeans. That is a profit of $21.50. So next up, do Amazon real quick. Laura Bush, her husband George Bush, Fahrenheit 9/11. This book I actually have quite a few copies of, and I actually sell it quite a bit. $6.20 here, shipped. So I'm making like $2.20 on that. I get them for 20 cents at the bins. A lot of books, if I get them, I know they'll sell, but they're not worth sending into FBA. I sell them merchant filled. Same with the Laura Bush book. $7.91 there, shipped. Only 2 orders on Amazon. FBA was pretty decent for me, I can't lie on that. I have a lot of those orders I've been sending in from the past few weeks that I've been talking about, so you've all heard me talking about those, the last of those books I've been sending in. So those have all started to process and they're hitting the market. So yeah, FBA sales are up right now. Next up, Levi's. These are the 515s. These are a women's boot cut, if you guys aren't familiar with those. This is a pretty big size, it's an 18S. So, yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. These sold for $22.99. And lastly, you guys saw these just the other day in the haul video. I told you they sell quick. Anything with the George Strait line from Wrangler, pick it up. These listed for 2 days and gone. Sold them for $24.99. I paid $2 for them. These are a size 33 by 36. So, yeah, they nice pair of jeans too. Very, very good condition. No fraying, no, crazy distressing or anything on these jeans at all. They were just in excellent condition. So just remember that. The George Strait Cowboy Cut collection. The jeans sell right away. The button-down shirts, same thing. If you list one of these, especially in the bigger sizes, you can find an XL, double XL, 3XL, anything like that, anything XL or above, you'll sell these in under a week. Button-down shirts, men's jeans, George Strait Cowboy collection from Wrangler. Be on the lookout for those. Like I said, those sold for $24.99. So, after fees on everything, and yes, that was the only 2 eBay orders. Like I said, it was a terrible Monday. I got a lot listed though. I did sell an Ed Hardy Pearl Snap that's new with tags. I actually just don't have it out to show you guys because I took a best offer and he hasn't paid yet. So when I'm actually getting ready to ship it, I'll break that out and I'll show it to you. But that was a part of my sales yesterday, so I can't go ahead and count that. So with that, yesterday looks like total after shipping and costs and fees, going to be looking at about a $70.13 day. So yeah, that's not great, but I'll take it. Like I said, that's all merchant filled too. That's all. At least my FBA saves me in this case. So I always have Amazon FBA to fall back on. You know what I mean? But that being said, that's it for the sales for today. So, oh God, tomorrow will be better. I have optimism. I can feel it. Tomorrow is a $150 to $200 day. I'm calling it right now. Probably wrong, but I might be right. All right, and that was the sales. So, like I said, today we're going to talk about some jeans. Adjust my screen a little bit. And like I said, I've compiled all of my sales, and I kind of broke these down by which jeans moved the quickest after I list them, profit margin, frequency of sale, all of this. I took all of these brands, compiled them, broke down some data, made a little equation that was pretty easy to get everything compiled, and I was able to rank these in an order for you, which have really sold nicely for me. So we're going to start with women's. All right. Now, number 5 on the women's list is Lucky Brand. Now, Lucky Brand jeans for women are very hit or miss. You have to know what style you are looking for. What lines of Lucky Brand jeans actually move. If you go and you pick up any pair of Lucky Brand and you just start buying them out because they're on the rack, you have to know that these aren't going to move right away. They may move on down the line, but it's going to take a while. And this is the reason that, like 7 for All Mankind, they're not even in this top 5. They're not going to be because, plain and simple, I can find them everywhere. But only a couple of styles actually sell. The 8 Pocket and the Dojo style are the only 2 that even sell. So therefore, the only ones that are in abundance when you're at thrift stores really are like the boot cut. Sometimes you'll come, the Roxanne, the little capris. I think those are the Roxannes. Those will sell if you actually find them, but you never find those as well. Other than that, the jean styles like the Flint and the boot cut, and you have all these. They don't move at all. I mean, they will sit in your store forever. So therefore, I don't even deal with 7 for All Mankind for the most part. I only pick up the Dojos, the Roxanne Capris if I find them, and the A Pocket boot cut. So anyway, I'm getting off topic on that, but I bring them up because it's very similar to Lucky Brand. The Sophia boot cut from Lucky Brand moves fairly nice for women's. The Sweet and Low does pretty well. But if you start getting into all these, like the Ashford Riders and all of these just basic boot cuts from Lucky Brand, they don't really move. The Sundown, you'll sit on those forever as well. Really, the only two I even look for anymore are the Sophia boot cut and the Sweet and Low. They both tend to do pretty well for me. They move fairly quick. Can usually sell a pair of them within at least 60 days. A lot of times they'll even move within 30. So just kind of depends, but that's the reason Lucky Brand is number 5. I still do sell quite a bit of them because they're so abundant, and those styles that I brought up are, they're movers. All right, so number 4 is True Religion. True Religion is a jean brand that you really have to be on the lookout for fakes. There are plenty of authentic ones out there, especially like here in Austin. You don't find a lot of fakes, but they are there. And True Religion also very hit or miss in terms of the styles now. Like the skinny jeans do exceptionally well. Those are the Julie. Also the Lizzie, the Capri cropped, those do extremely well. Anything with the rainbow pockets do pretty well. Like you can get like the Rainbow Johnny. Those are like a straight leg. Those do pretty well. But for the most part, those are really about it. They have a tough time moving, and I think a lot of that is people on eBay are afraid that the jeans are fake. So, you have to really be aware of what you're looking for on an authentic pair of True Religion. Know to look for the hologram strip. Know to look for the engraved zipper. Just certain things. The stitching is very important to look at. You'll always know True Religion stitching, as opposed to the fake. So there are multiple things you have to look for, but I do know what I'm looking for, so therefore when I have them, I do sell quite a bit, and they become a little more abundant on the thrift store racks, so you can pick them up quite a bit. But so number 4 is True Religion. Number 3 is a brand that you guys have seen me showing a lot over the last few days even. They've been selling a lot for me. That is BKE from Buckle. This brand does very well. The Sabrina boot cut, the Culture, the Star Stretch, they're kind of like a flare line from BKE. Anything with the thick stitching, like on the pockets or on the garment as a whole, the real thick stitch BKE, they do really well. So a lot of different lines from BKE actually sell very well. So if you see that, they are everywhere too in thrift stores. They are abundant. I can find these jeans everywhere. So BKE from Buckle brand, those are the ones you want to look for. They move pretty nice. Number 2 in women's jeans is Silver brand. These do exceptionally well for me. The Suki boot cut, the Suki surplus, the Tony boot cut, the Mackenzie boot cut. You name it. The Tuesday boot cut, those are really awesome. They're the flat pockets. They do exceptionally well for me. Um, I always pick these up. Have no trouble moving them. Um, just listed a pair literally yesterday. They're a 3 watchers, and it's the Tuesday boot cut. They'll sell anytime now. So Silver Brand is it's spot on, both men's and women's. Which when I get into the men's top 5, you'll see that too. But yeah, Silver Brand does really well. The Suki line is it's top notch. It's a quick flip most of the time. If you find a bigger size in it, yeah, they'll really move quick. So, number 2, Silver Brand, and number 1, women's jeans for me definitely is Miss Me. Miss Me is just one of those lines that I can put up and it's gone in 2-3 days on everything, especially anything blinged out. If it's got bling on the back pockets, on the front, whatever the case may be, whether it be skinny, boot cut, I mean, you name it. These jeans just sell. There's only one particular line that doesn't really even move that quickly for me, and that's the Geneva. Anything with like the embroidered like pockets, not as quickly, out the store, but for the most part, these sell, like I said, on average, I'd say 2 to 10 days easily. And, price point's always pretty well. A lot of thrift stores, like your Goodwills and stuff, started marking these way up, boutique prices and so forth. But I find them at the Salvation Army and other local thrift stores on half off days for $3 all the time. So, and I sell a lot of them. I can't even keep them. I mean, I can't keep them in my inventory because they're just gone like that. I can never build up an inventory of Miss Me because they're that, they're going to move that quick, which that's not a bad thing. So number 1, Miss Me. A lot of you probably already know that. So if you find those, pick them up. All right, so now I'm going to get into some men's jeans. And I'm going to start with number 5. It's the brand a lot of these were also in the women's. They do really well in men's. Just going to be in a different order. Number 5 is True Religion. And it's only number 5 because you can't pick it up as frequently. I still find quite a bit of men's True Religion. I'd say on average probably 2 pair per week, 2 to 3. But if you watched the sales video the other day, I just sold a pair of the Bobby corduroys for $39.99. Those were up 4 days and they were gone. So if you pick up the men's True Religion, they do sell really quick. And for a great turnaround, depending on what you can manage to score them for from a thrift store. Like I said, Salvation Army and stuff, I find them all the time. All the time. I can find a pair here and there. And I also find them at the bins every now and then. So I can manage to pick up a couple of pair usually per week, which is not bad. And they sell pretty quick. So number 5, True Religion. Now, by the way, I do want to point out that other brands that are not on this list, which are obvious buys to flip, are just not on here because you can't find them as frequently. So, don't everybody start messaging me saying, oh, you forgot Rock Revival. And Rock Revival is a great brand. Rock Revival is a great brand to flip. If you find a pair of Rock Revivals, you should definitely pick them up and you should sell them, and they'll move really quick. However, they're not in the sales data because there's only a couple of pair here and a couple of pair there. I've sold some Rock Revival, but I can't find Rock Revival every time I go out. It just doesn't happen. So that's why they're not in this list. Get that, just wanted to put that out there so everybody knows ahead of time. This is all just compiled from sales data in terms of quantity and, actual converting into sales. So number 4 is BKE from Buckle. Also, like I said, this brand just moves both men's and women's. It doesn't really matter. You can sell it. The men's, the Aiden boot cut are really awesome. The Tyler and the Derek boot cuts, also really good lines of BKE to look for. So if you find any of those, pick them up. But BKE men's jeans, for the most part, are just they're a great flip, and they're going to move pretty quick for you as well. Number 3 is Silver Brand. Silver Brand men's jeans are awesome, and they are going to sell really quick for you if you find them. I can pick up 2 to 3 pair of these on average per week. It just depends. The Zach boot cut are definitely the ones that move the quickest out of the men's for me. Like, I don't think I've ever had a pair sit in my store longer than 5 days. So look for those. The Zach boot cut from Silver Brand. Just look for Silver Brand men's jeans in general. If you find them, pick them up. They will move. Number 2 is Levi's. Lots of men's Levi's out there. I mean, they are in abundance, and they actually do sell. The 501 button flies, of course, they are the main ones that I can move out of my store. I pick them up pretty frequently, and can usually get high 20s on those, anywhere from $25 to $28, and they move pretty quick as well. The 514s and the 569s also pretty good. So there's a lot of Levi brands out there. Just, do your homework on them, research them. But black Levi's, by the way, if you pick up black Levi's, those are also awesome. They'll sell pretty quick for you if they're in great condition. Those are a no-brainer. I just sold a pair just a couple days ago, and I had them in my store for 2 days, and they were gone. So Levi's and men's, like I said, just mainly out of abundance. So number 1 is Lucky Brand. On the exact opposite end of the spectrum from the women's, it is number 1 on the men's list. That's because it is definitely out there. You can find quite a bit of it. Once again, a lot of thrift stores want to mark it way up. So you either have to wait till it hits the bins from the Goodwill, or you can find other thrift stores such as Salvation Army and even your local thrift stores which sell it cheaper. My Salvation Army sells them for $3 a pair on average on half off days, $5.99 then half off. So I pick up a lot of them for $3 and even $2.50 at times. So Lucky Brand jeans, the men's, all the straight legs, all the vintage straight legs, the 410 athletics, if you ever find this line, are absolutely awesome. They'll be gone in a day, maybe 2 at the most. But anytime I've ever found the 410 athletic fit, they were gone just like that. Everything in Lucky Men's, just the heritage, the the vintage straight leg, anything like that, it's just a must pick up. Even the short inseam stuff for men does really well. So yeah, you definitely want to pick up men's Lucky Brand jeans when you see them, if you can get them for a pretty good price. I sell them on average for $30 a pair in my store, and have no problem moving them at that price point. So that's it, guys. That's the list. We'll throw out an honorable mention in the men's jeans. It was a tough call between number 5, between True Religion, and 7 for All Mankind. So I'm just going to let you guys know, if you do find 7 for All Mankind, especially in like the relaxed fit or the Austin line, the Austin boot cut, they do move. And the A pocket. I mean, all of those, they move for 7 for All Mankind as well. So it was a tough call between True Religion and 7 for All Mankind. They were pretty much identical in my sales numbers. True Religion I sold like 1 pair more of the True Religions in that 4-month time span, which I compiled the data. So True Religion got it. But so 7 for All Mankind, also do be on the lookout for it in men's. It does sell. Alright, guys, so that's it. Like I said, there are lots of honorable mentions that I could have got into. I'm not gonna, if you, especially in men's, guys, men's jeans are just, they sell. And there are other brands, like I said, that you can pick up that you're going to sell. There were lots of other brands that were in my sales data that I've sold that I did not list in there. So, like I said, the 7 for All Mankind, they're good. A couple other brands have been, LRG sells very well in the men's jeans as well. So, like I said, there are plenty of what could have been honorable mentions in there. I just going strictly off the data that I have over the last few months. Well, I hope that helps you guys in like figuring out what brands you want to pick up and flip in your store. And tomorrow we will break down shorts. Actually, did jeans today, we'll do shorts tomorrow. I appreciate you guys checking me out. Subscribe to the channel if you find this information beneficial to you. Like the video, comment, etc. I really appreciate you taking the time out to check it out. And any questions you have, hit me up over on Facebook /New Frontier Business. Till tomorrow, peace.